Hi, have you already thought about your next holidays? I can't wait for them to come. I love traveling. After spending more than 3 months at home, I always get itchy feet. We try to go abroad at least once a year, but we also travel locally and explore our own country. Sometimes you can find picturesque places right on your doorstep. I believe that there are no bad ways to travel, and it's good to try all of them at some point in your life. My parents prefer to buy package holidays from travel agencies for several reasons. First of all, they're not adventurous enough to go on a holiday without any preparations. They always tend to think of the worst case scenario. For example, all the hotels being fully booked. Or they worry that they'll get lost because they don't know the language, or they will be robbed, lots of similar things. Secondly, it's much easier as they don't have to worry about hotel bookings, air tickets, or a valid visa. Travel agencies arrange everything in advance. They even take care of guided tours. All that is required from my parents is packing their suitcases, not missing their flight, and simply enjoying their time. My parents work a lot, so for a 10-day holiday, they just want to get away from it all. That's why they usually choose resorts on the coast. When choosing a hotel, they look not for luxury, but instead for comfort. There is excellent hotel facilities and good quality service. They also prefer full board or all-inclusive hotels. Mom doesn't want to deal with cooking when on holiday. That's why they never stay at a self-catering accommodation. They rarely do any sightseeing, just swimming and sunbathing, 10 days long. Kind of boring, isn't it? Well, in fact, from time to time, it's great to have this sort of lazy holiday, but I definitely prefer to spend my time in a more active way. When I travel with my siblings or friends, we always look for budget options for everything: transport, accommodation, and food. For example, we would definitely take a coach instead of a plane, or stay at a hostel to save some money. I also try to choose places and attractions that are off the beaten track. The best way to do this is to ask locals. They can show you some stunning places which don't attract many tourists just because few people know about them. I have to say that sometimes I just love doing touristy things, especially when it comes to iconic buildings. When you visit London, how can you not see Big Ben? Unfortunately, a lot of touristy places often turn out to be simple tourist traps. They're very expensive and absolutely unimpressive. In fact, I think very often the most memorable things when traveling cost you nothing. One of my biggest weaknesses is definitely souvenirs. I know that in most cases they're useless trifles, but I always bring back home a suitcase full of them. Now I usually explore new places on foot or by bike, but next year, when I get my driving license, I will finally be able to hire a car and see much more. Also, so far, I've been able to travel only during school holidays. At this time of the year, most popular places get really crowded. For example, last summer I was on a school trip to Venice, and I tried to take a picture in Piazza San Marco for nearly half an hour. Guess what? In all the pictures, there's somebody standing or going by right in front of me. So I think when I start working and choosing when to go on holiday, I'll go for off-season. Anyway, traveling is awesome, at least for 3 reasons. It makes you a well-rounded person, helps you discover skills that you had no idea you had, and it's a way to do something new since no one likes to be stuck in a rut. What about you? What's your most memorable trip so far? Have you ever had fun, or not really fun, travel adventures?